Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you some criminally underrated fragrances. When I say criminally, I mean literally, it should be a crime. People should be getting arrested for how underrated these fragrances are. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Yana. This is The Scented. We talk all things fragrance. If that's your jam, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Stay tuned for new videos coming up. And let's dive right in. There's some new discoveries here that I'm just like dying to share with you. The very first one is called Lavande in Love, and this is from Bastide. I have to give credit where credit is due, except I don't remember who exactly recommended it, but one of you amazing viewers put me onto this fragrance, and I wish I remembered who it was because I want to personally thank you. This is incredible. It is one of the most beautiful lavender dominant scents that I've ever smelled. It has lime, it has sea salt, tonka. It's divine and it's clean as well. So non-toxic, and that's something that I'm really interested in fragrances these days. This smells like a lavendery wood sage and sea salt, if you can imagine. If you love wood sage and sea salt, I guarantee that you're gonna love this. It's a really small niche house. I found it here in Canada at Holt Renfrew. I really don't like Holt Renfrew for their customer service. I've had some bad experiences, TBH, but it was the only place that I could get this, so I got it. But I think you could also get it direct from the brand. I just don't know if they ship to Canada. Anyway, that's just a personal thing of mine. But if you can find Lavande in Love, get it. It's so beautiful. Not really even that expensive. Like, there's a bunch of budget finds in this list. This one I wouldn't qualify as a budget find, but it was about 160 Canadian for a 100 ml bottle, which really isn't too bad. It doesn't last too long. It does last longer than Wood Sage and Sea Salt from Jo Malone, which is a plus, but I spray all over. So I actually think it does leave quite a trail because it got noticed, it got complimented, and it's a really beautiful scent. I also layered this with La Vanilla's Vanilla Lavender, and chef's kiss. That combo was so nice with this. That added kind of laundry-esque vanillic lavender from La Vanilla's Vanilla Lavender, and this type of kind of salty, herbaceous, fresh lavender was beautiful. But this one, it's not sharp. So here's the thing, it's not like a barbershop scent lavender. This one is actually quite feminine. It's very grounded with that tonka. It's salty, it's fresh, but it's not sharp at all. It's a really just beautiful, kind of almost creamy, fresh lavender. Severely, painfully underrated. Please smell this if you can, and I will have samples of this on thescented.ca. That's my website /decant shop. Most of these fragrances will be available to sample on there. I just need to update it and add all the new stock. But this one, you guys, you need to smell this. Next up is L'Eau par Kenzo. This is such a great cheapie. Such a beautiful, minty, aquatic, fresh kind of floral scent, and I hear nobody ever talk about this fragrance. I know it's an oldie, and maybe that's why, but it really needs to be revisited. It smells very modern, very fresh. I'm just gonna spray it up in the air. That mint, water lily, lilac, that lilac is bursting, fresh green. The notes in here are abundant. There are so many if you look at Fragrantica, but what I really get is kind of a minty, aquatic lotus type scent with some peach. Definitely the lilac is quite prominent, and the mint as well, and it's very refreshing. It's such an easy wearing kind of sporty aquatic scent. Very underrated, incredible cheapie. Another great cheapie comes from Yves Rocher, and this is Comme une Évidence. This one is a Lily of the Valley and Rose scent. It's very feminine, it's delicate, powdery, very comforting, and probably their best fragrance. Honestly, I've smelled almost all of their fragrances, and a lot of them lack body. They're kind of flat, they're 2D, you know what I mean? Like, if you're looking at a 3D form and a 2D shape, these most of the time are pretty 2D. But this one is not. This one actually is really beautiful, fresh, bright. Lily of the Valley lovers, you're gonna enjoy this. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit powdery. This kind of brings to mind somebody that's very kind, somebody that's a teacher that probably works with like younger grades. Like a grade 1 teacher wearing this would be perfect. That's the type of woman that this is suited for, and It's so, so lovely. Very inexpensive. I think 100 ml regular price is like $65, but they always have sales. So you could probably get it for like 45. Really inexpensive fragrance. I'm talking Canadian dollars here. Miu Miu Twist is also incredibly underrated. This fragrance kind of smells like a more peppery Bal d'Afrique from Byredo. I really like this one as a casual everyday wear. It has a bit of sweetness. It almost smells a little bit piney. Very similar to Bal d'Afrique, like I would say about 70% similar. It's very clean. It's not as creamy as Bal d'Afrique. It's just like a little bit more peppery and piney, but a perfect everyday wear. It smells really unique, really pretty. It does last quite a while. I get a good 6 hours out of this fragrance. Pretty affordable and super, super underrated. My favorite Mugler cologne flanker, Run Free. This smells incredible. It's woody, it's clean, it's very unisex. This one has a note of Akigala wood, which I've never smelled in real life, but it just smells out of the shower, fresh, clean, woody, a little bit citrusy. And it's a really beautiful flanker of Mugler cologne. I like this one better than the original Mugler cologne. It smells so good. I love this color. And this one goes for a steal on the L'Oreal Beauty outlet. That's where I got mine. I think I got it for like $46. If they still have it, get it there. But also Fragrance By, I think, might have this or sometimes does have it. When you find it, grab it. It's usually super cheap and it smells incredible and it lasts all day. For a fresh fragrance, incredibly long lasting, like easily 8 hours out of this fragrance for me. The next one I want to share with you guys is from Ormond Jane and it's called Lavande. This is their 2020 release. This one opens up with a nice mix of citruses, bergamot, tangelo, mandarin. It has peony, lily of the valley, and rose. It smells so similar to Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique, but more citrusy. It's more for everyday wear, I find. This one, like, I want to reach for it every single day. It lasts all day. The base is no oak moss, so the Ex Nihilo has oak moss. This one doesn't have oak moss, but it smells as if it does. There's musk, there's cedar, and I believe amber in the base. It is quite a warm smelling fragrance, but it's perfect for summer. Like, I think that the color of the packaging suits it perfectly. The orange blossom is in here is also quite dominant, and it's not a sweet, heavy orange blossom. It almost has like a little bit of bitterness, but it's livened up and made fluffy with that peony scent and lily of the valley, and it just is so perfect. This one really is the ultimate summer scent. I can't get over it. I just discovered it and I wish I had discovered it sooner than I got Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique because they are so incredibly similar. It's really not worth having both, and this one I think is more of an everyday easy reach type of scent. Only because of that added citrus. It's still really, really elegant. It's still really feminine. It smells super rich, but that added citrus kind of makes it a little bit more casual, and I love it. You guys need to try this one. It is available at Twisted Lily, and you can use my code THESCENT10, and that'll get you 10% off. As a whole, Stephanie de Bruijn is a very underrated house, and my favorite is Delice. I have a couple other fragrances from this house, and Delice is my favorite. It's kind of a sweet, powdery scent. It almost smells almondy. It's very non-imposing, very easy wearing. I think there's a note of cotton candy in here. It's very light, it's very airy, fluffy, delicate, and it's very addictive. Like, it doesn't really smell heavy at all. I don't remember the notes in here, but I remember that the smell and the notes, they don't really reflect one another. It smells very gentle. It smells very soft, very fluffy, and just airy. Really airy. Their packaging is so beautiful. Their new bottles, they don't have this little bow tie. They're more of a cylindrical cap. I have Montaigne. I'll show you what the new bottles look like. The new bottles look like this. This is Montaigne. This one is really nice, but it's an oriental vanilla. It's very, very heavy. Very powerful. This is for lovers of Miss Dior. This one's really nice too, but I just don't reach for it as much. I reach for Delice way more. They also have a bunch of new releases. Just as a whole, this house has immaculate fragrances. Incredibly, incredibly underrated. I bet you guys have never heard of The Gate Paris. I am blown away by this brand. They actually reached out to me and they sent this to me, and I had no idea about this brand. So I was like, wow. I really did not have very high expectations because honestly their packaging didn't blow me away, if I'm really TBH here. But the scents, oh wow. The scents are incredible. This one is called Sensual Dreams. This one is a very, very addictive, like Middle Eastern sweet kind of fruity smelling scent. There's a note of castoreum in here, which I do not smell. And if it's there, then it's very subtle and it's not animalic at all. This one kind of smells like shisha. You know, like the actual stuff that you put in, the like fruit tobacco. It smells like that. It does have a gentle smokiness to it, but it's so beautiful. Those fruits, like it just reminds me of a night out at a hookah bar. So yummy, delightful, like rich, very Middle Eastern smelling, and so sexy. And I love their names. All of them have kind of like a love twist. The other one that I really like from them is First Sight, and it's a really unique mint fragrance. The Sensual Dreams, though, I think is my absolute favorite. And their most popular one is Inside Out. It has absinthe, it has weird notes, absinthe, vanilla, like vanilla cone, like ice cream, something else. Like it smells, supposed to smell like a vanilla ice cream cone, but that one kind of threw me off. It's interesting, but honestly, Sensual Dreams, and I've tried all of them, Sensual Dreams is like the best one out of all of them for sure. And a house that you guys definitely have heard of, but probably don't know much about this fragrance, and it's Dior Amour. I just have this tiny little guy from obviously Dior, the private collection. This fragrance gets so overlooked. This one deserves way, way, way more hype. I think there's just powdery notes, iris, and I don't even know if there is citrus, but in the opening it smells as if there is. It's so simplistic, but it is so elegant. Like this one is really effortlessly elegant, and it's gonna be my next full bottle once this runs out. I'm really savoring it. It's so long lasting. This one leaves a trail like I have never experienced before with this type of scent. It fills up the house. This one actually smells really good on my man. Personally, I like to wear it as well, but on him it smells incredible, which is so weird because it's a powdery fragrance that I would think is more feminine leaning, but on him it's divine. So men, don't be afraid to check out Dior Amour and try it on. Women as well, obviously. But it's such an underrated, overlooked scent from the Dior Privé collection. And those are all of my criminally underrated fragrances that I'm sharing with you guys today. If you want to see more underrated fragrances, let me know. Do you want to see more cheapies? Do you want to see more niche? Let me know and I will come up with more lists for you guys. Comment down below and let me know your most underrated or criminally underrated fragrance that you just feel like the world needs to know about. I would certainly love to know, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.